Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Everyday October, where I am posting a new cruelty-free and affordable makeup review every single day in the month of October. And in today's video we are diving into Troublemaker. Now at this point I have done, I do believe, 3 first impressions, trying out products from the brands, full faces, doing the whole thing, really diving into the brand. And I have had these products for some time. I have really gotten to know all of these products quite well. I have worn them for full days at work, done the whole thing, and I am here to tell you what's good, what's the best of the best, what's worth skipping. I'm just going to give you the overview of what is great, because let me tell you, some of these products have become firm favourites, like staying out on my table, not making it back into my storage, regular rotation makeup products that I really rely on. So that is what we're going to be doing today. I will leave everything linked down below. I would love to hear what products you have been loving from Troublemaker. I haven't tried absolutely everything from the brand, but I have tried a good selection across the board, and I would love to know what you have been loving. And if you think I need to pick anything else up, because like I say, there are a few things that I haven't tried and I am an open book. So let's dive on in. Firstly, foundations. I got all 3 of the foundations that are available. The Juno Full Coverage Foundation and Concealer, the Joy Foundation Stick, and the Button Pusher Cushion Foundation. And in my opinion, as a dry skin girly who likes a nice medium coverage foundation, I don't want something that's crazy coverage, and I don't want something that's like no coverage at all. I want something that's that nice sort of middle ground. The Button Pusher Cushion Foundation is my favourite one. So I'm going to be putting all of this on as we go. Like I say, this is beautiful if you've got dry skin. I actually think if you had more oily skin, you would probably really like the other 2. Not that I think that they're bad, but they're more of a matte finish. This one has a beautiful natural finish. I don't like the little applicator thing that it comes with. I used it when I first tried the foundation. I just go in with quite a dense brush, and this is just a really nice soft light to medium coverage. It's nothing too crazy. I will say it doesn't necessarily build up on itself. You do have to just sort of take it for what it is, and the amount of coverage that you get like straight off, which isn't loads. If you want full coverage, go for the liquid one. That is definitely more coverage, but it is more of a matte finish, and I really just have been enjoying the way that this foundation wears and applies. I have really been enjoying it. So I'm going to just tap this on. I like using sort of a dense sort of brush, not a typical like flat foundation brush, more of like a buffing brush, and sort of just pressing it into the skin, and it just sort of evens everything out. I wear the shade Moonwalker. They still don't have all of the shades that they sort of promised us when they launched. Again, I don't know what's happening with that. I'm not a girlie who's in the know. I am just a consumer like you are. I'm not in the know for these things. They did say when they launched that there were going to be 40 shades, and when I last checked, which was only a couple of days ago, they still didn't have all of the shades. So I don't know what's happening there. I really don't know, but this one is a lovely shade. For me, it matches me very nicely. So that is the foundation all blended in. Like, it's just a natural finish, nothing crazy. Like, you can still see I've got some spots going on. You can still see them, but it doesn't necessarily layer up incredibly well. I have found it's not very buildable. You're not going to be able to get it to be more coverage. You just have to take it for the light to medium coverage that it is. But I have worn this for full days at work and it does wear really, really nicely. It does sort of dry down and set, and I find that it still looks really, really lovely at the end of the day. So for concealer, again, they've only got one. This is the Ditto Concealer. I have this in the shade Firecracker. It's not my favourite concealer. It's fine. I do think that if you were either you yourself or buying for a teenager, someone who is just wanting a little bit of something to maybe cover dark circles, a few acne spots, that sort of thing, you know, to go off to school or something like that, it would absolutely do that. And I think that that is where this product would be most applicable. For me, it's a light coverage concealer, which I just find a little bit weird. And it's fine, it's not a bad product, but if you were wanting a lighter coverage concealer, there are other ones that I prefer. I will link a video up here actually that is a roundup video of my favourite concealers, and in that video there are some that are lighter coverage, more sort of natural finish. So if you're wanting a recommendation, then there's ones in there. It's fine, it's not a bad concealer, it does the job, it brightens, it's just not anything special. Two products that are special, in my opinion, that are like standout products from the brand, however, are the brow products. Now they have a little like micro pencil. I haven't tried that. This is the Feral Brow Blade pencil. I can't remember the name, it doesn't say it on it. It also doesn't say what shade it is. This is the darkest shade. And also the Evil Twin Brow Gel. I have this in medium brown. This, let me show you the pencil. It's like thin and flat. So you can really draw in your, like the bulk of your brow, like the tail of your brow, so quickly, and then flip the pencil the other way and you can get the tiny teeny little hair-like strokes. I love this pencil. And also the brow gel, the actual gel is like, it's just a tinted brow gel. They do also have a clear one if that is more your vibe. However, I think it's the brush that makes this very, very special, that makes it a really, really fantastic brow gel in my opinion. It's almost like a little hedgehog, like it's just spiky up on one side. I hope that you can see what I mean by that. And it really grabs onto the hairs and coats them perfectly without getting any product on your skin. It just works fantastically well. So I am going to go ahead and do my brows, because even though both of these products are incredibly efficient and easy to use, I still have to get so close to my mirror, and it still takes me forever because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my brows. So I will be right back when I've got some brows on my head. There we go, so that's the brows done. They are dark, they are fluffy, they are defined and shaped. I love these products. And this brow gel, honestly, I'm quite picky when it comes to brow gels because I want something that's easy, I want something that's tinted, I want something that's going to make it look as though I actually have brows on my head, because as you saw, my brows are incredibly blonde and I need a lot of help. This brow gel has become my favourite. And if you know the love affair that I had with the e.l.f. Wow Brow, you will know how difficult it was to knock that one off its first place stand. And this one is incredible and it's so affordable. That is one thing I have to say about all of these products. They are so affordable. The most expensive thing was the foundation, and that was a tenner. That was £10. Everything else was like £3 or £4. So affordable. Incredible price point. And the quality of these products is actually, like the ones that I'm talking about today, some of them aren't so good. The quality of the products is actually phenomenal. I am a big fan. So onto the bronzer. They did have a baked bronzer, which they only had in 2 shades. I got the lightest one and it was way too dark for me, did not work at all. But they did also have these little powder bronzers. So this is the Rascal bronzer and this is in the shade Creature. So it's just bog standard matte bronzer, absolutely nothing special about it. If you're in the market for a bronzer, this one is fine. It's not my favourite, but out of all of the bronzers that are, the powder bronzers that are available at Troublemaker, this is my favourite one. They've got a good shade range in this product. The baked one, they only had 2 and didn't work for me, but I don't know, maybe in time more will become available. But I will just give an honourable mention to the Maker palette that is obviously a Made by Mitchell dupe. This is in the shade Light. This, in my opinion, is better than the Made by Mitchell one. It's somehow creamier and more pigmented. I'm not going to be using it today because I'm just wanting powder products today, but really, really beautiful. And they do have like ones that are just bronzers, ones that are just blushes. I went for one that had 3 blushes and 3 bronzers. They had a great shade range. They had a few different options, so that's a really good one too. They did also have one that was like all of the primary colours for like putting on your eyes and things like that. So I think that the Made by Mitchell Curve Case dupe is a fantastic option if you're in the market for a cream bronzer like that. I generally go for powder products, but that is a really, really nice one if that's the sort of thing that you are into. So that is the bronzer. I put way too much on my nose, which I always do. So I'll just tap over with my brush. Yeah, that'll do. So my favourite blush, I have tried 4 or 5 different blushes at this point. My favourite one is the first one that I tried, the little teeny tiny Bouncy Blush. I got this in the shade Alley Oop Orange. Obviously I love it because it's an orange. I will say the packaging is so difficult to get into. Let me get my scissors. I have heard that some people have like taken a little nail file and filed off the little nub so that the lid doesn't like stay closed. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to struggle with it every time I open it because that's the kind of person that I am. This is a cream blush. Like, it feels squishy. If I was to stick my finger in this, it would feel squishy. But it applies like a powder, but it gives the luminosity of a cream. It's such an unusual formula. I have nothing like this in my collection. So if I tap this over my cheeks here, it's not like crazy pigmented. It's definitely a very user-friendly sort of formula, but it gives the juicy glow, like you're a hydrated queen, which I know that you're not. You're dehydrated. Go and get yourself a drink. I am talking to myself. And I know that it's a blush, so it's meant to add that like flush to the skin, but the way that it adds just the perfect amount of a little luminous glow, it's beautiful. And like I say, definitely the best formula for a blush that I have tried. I would love them to come out with little bronzers in this formula, in this tiny little packaging, so like travel friendly. If I was going literally anywhere on holiday, it probably would be this blush, because it's also not a powder, so it's not going to break like in my makeup bag. I love this formula. I love it so much, and I'm definitely interested in getting some more colours, because obviously this is an orange. It's not really the sort of shade that I wear in autumn or winter. It was definitely perfect for in summer, but we are not in summer anymore. So that is the blush. I've gone overboard, haven't I? Who is surprised? But let's move on. It'll probably be fine at the end. The eyeshadow primer. This is incredible as well. So this is the Lotta Life eyeshadow primer. I would really like them to bring these out in like a tinted, so you could get a white to have a very bright eyeshadow primer to put under pastels, things like that, or skin tones. I think that that would be lovely. This is just clear, so I'm going to go ahead and put some of this across my eyelids. It is more of like a smoothing, a little bit grippy, but not incredibly grippy. It's more of like a silicone-y feeling smoothing primer. So it does feel quite different, in my opinion, to the like the Beauty Bay ones, where I feel like they're more creamy and more like they stay a little bit tackier. This one, I mean, it does stay tacky, it is a little bit grippy, but it's more from like the smoothness of the silicone-y feeling of it. It does feel quite different to me. So I'm just tapping this out with my brush, and then let's get into some eyeshadow. I don't know what I want to do today, but I have two eyeshadow palettes from Troublemaker and I love both of them. So this is the Love Note little 6-pan Little Trouble palette in Love Note. I think I might use this one today. I actually picked this palette every year on my wedding anniversary. I do a video going over all of the makeup products that I would pick if I was getting married this year. I picked this palette, this little like £3 palette. The shimmers are so beautiful. They're not like shifty special shades, they're nothing like that, but they're a beautiful, like this Always shade is a beautiful bright, like this just felt very bridal to me. Obviously it's called Love Notes. That was probably what they were going for, but I also wanted to mention the Genius palette, and this one is all matte. Again, quite difficult to get into, but a really great staple if your kid is just getting into makeup and you don't know what they're gonna like and they're just sort of experimenting and you don't want to spend a bunch but you want them to have something that is still really good quality. This is a really great palette for obviously something that is very colourful. I actually really enjoy that this is all mattes, because I find that if I'm doing something quite colourful like this, and when I first tested this I put every single shade on because I did like a rainbow across the eye. Beautiful look. The quality of them is incredible, but I think I'm going to go with the more neutral one today. I actually hope that they bring out brushes and tools and things, because I think that they would be very good if they did. So I'm going to do LYSM, this mid-toned, I was about to say mid-tone brown. They're all brown. That's the point of the palette. And I'm just going to put that through the crease. I might do like the yellow on the inner corner or something. Something a bit fun. It's already nighttime, so I don't have to, you know, sometimes when I film these I'm like getting ready for work and I don't want to go too crazy. That is not the case today. I can go crazy if I want to. Let's wait and see. So you can see it is like a decent amount of pigment. It's blending nicely. I definitely think for the price you can't go wrong. If there's a colour story that you love, I highly recommend these little palettes, because I just think that they're a really great quality and I'm really enjoying them. I haven't tried the bigger ones, but people that I watch, you know, other creators that I watch have tried those and they love them, so I trust that the quality is great across the board. I'm just putting something a little bit deeper on the outer corner, so this is the shade XOXO, And I'll just blend that across a little bit. And then I will just dip my finger into the shade Always, which is a subtle little glittery shimmer. But I just love it. I love the little flecks of glitter. Some are silver, some are gold. So it's not like too warm tone, too cool toned. It's a really just standard sort of neutral, but it's beautiful and it just applies really, really nicely. I do generally apply the shimmers with my finger and I never notice any sort of fallout, so I just really recommend these eyeshadows. I think that they are lovely. So let me go ahead and put a little bit more of that eyeshadow primer right onto the inner corner, and I'll put that yellow right on the inner corner. A little pop of something. There we go. A nice little pop of something on the inner corner. Not too much, just a little bit of something. And yeah, that's the two eyeshadow palettes. I highly recommend either of them. They do have a really nice one. I don't even like cool tones, but they've got one that's... How many shades is it? Is it like 20? No, it can't be as many as 20. I'll put a picture. And it's like smoky cool tones. I think that looks real pretty. And I don't even like cool tones. She says while she's wearing a grey jumper, but I don't wear cool toned eyeshadows really. I like a warm tone and I love a mustard, so obviously they were always shades that I was going to go for. I love. So next up, another two products that I think are not only just incredible considering they are from Troublemaker, which is a very affordable brand, but just have become, again, firm favourites in my routine. The liquid liner, which is the Troublemaker Outsider liner. This is in black. And the Curl Theory mascara. Both of these are so long lasting. I wear these for full days at work. They still look absolutely spot on at the end of the day. No creasing, no transfer, no budging, no smudging. Incredible. And this mascara is so dramatic, so curling. It's the only mascara that I have tried from them. I would love to hear if you have tried another mascara from them that you love. But if you're looking for a recommendation, if you are here, I'm guessing it's because you are looking for recommendations. This mascara is incredible. I highly, highly recommend it. So I'm going to go do a wing. Probably with this look I maybe would have preferred a brown, but here we are. I've got a black. And so wing, mascara, and then I'll zoom you in so that you can see the drama from this mascara because it's incredible. And again, I think the mascara is like £2.50 or something like that. Madness. Like, I know that there is so much mascara on my eyelids right now, and I will clean that up in a minute, but look at those lashes. They are so long and so curled, and genuinely this lasts all day. It lasts all day long. No smudging. Like, my eyelashes are touching up here. Nothing. There's no transfer. It's incredible. And also, while you're zoomed in, look at the finish of that foundation with that blush. The brows that are fluffy. Like, you are in high definition. And if you didn't want to see my paws in high definition, I apologise. But there they are. The skin just looks so good. So, so good. But that mascara, that mascara really, really does something for me. So, on to lip products now. And I feel neutral about a lot of these. So first up is the lip liners. The colours are a little bit strange. I would say if you're wanting the lip liners, The formula is fine. There are others that I prefer from other brands. If you're desperately wanting one from Troublemaker, I would say go in and look at the actual colours in person, because looking at this you would think that this would be like on my skin tone it would be sort of a mid-toned browny nude. It's not. It's a very, very light pink. It's fine. It's not bad. The formula isn't the creamiest. It's not the most long lasting. It doesn't go on the smoothest. If you're wanting one from Troublemaker, it's fine. There are others from other brands that I think are far superior to this formula, but I will go ahead and use this one. This is in the shade Say Less. And like, the colour isn't bad. The colour is what it is. It's fine, but they're almost a little bit dry and a bit, I don't know, just not the most comfortable to apply, and also not the most comfortable like to wear throughout the day. It's fine. And then there are two lip products that I've tried. Again, they're both sort of lip balms. They're both quite clear. So I have the Troublemaker Juno Juice, and this is in the shade Devi. It looks like it should be a really nice sort of red. I will apply this one today, but it is just a little bit sheer, and you don't really get a great deal of colour from it. And I also got, oh, this doesn't have any information on it, a little like squeezy lip gloss. Again, it's fine. It smells incredible, but it doesn't give, I was hoping it would give a little bit of that orange tint to the lips, and it doesn't. So I will apply this one, which was the Juno Juice, and you'll see, it just doesn't give a great deal of colour. It, like, you would have to apply so much of it to get any colour. Like, it's fine. It's not bad. If you were in Superdrug, or I was about to say or wherever, but they only have Troublemaker in Superdrug. If you're in there and you smelt it and you like the smell of it and you're just wanting a tiny little hint of colour, but nothing crazy, like no real colour, it's not a bad product. It feels lovely and hydrating, but also it just is a lip balm in a squeezy tube, or the like circular one that I think was called Bubble Trouble. I hate that there is literally no information on it to tell you what the name of the product is. I know for a lot of people that won't matter, but for me, trying to tell you what it is, it's this one that looks like a little UFO, the middle of it's squidgy, and it's orange scented. But it just looks like nothing on the lips. It doesn't come out looking orange. It doesn't even give you a tint of orange, this one. So that is everything. Another full face of Troublemaker, but this is the best of the best. All of the products that I love, all of the products that I think you need to try if you are in the market for anything. I would love to hear what you have been loving, what you've tried from Troublemaker, if you love it, if you feel neutral towards it. I want to know all of the goss, because like I say, there are products that I haven't tried from Troublemaker, but I could definitely be tempted. So let me know. Let me know what you think of the look. Let me know what you think of the products if you've tried them. I will leave everything linked down below. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye bye.